Guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here. Welcome back to another Thursday live stream where, yes, we are going to be looking at the new combiners, the new 5-star batch, and obviously talking a bit about the new bots coming to this event in a couple of weeks, Retgar and Junk Heap. Cannot wait for these guys to come. Loud. Everyone said I'm loud. Give me a second, guys. I'll have to change some levels a minute. Let's have a look. Is that better? Oh, that's still loud. Is that better? No, still loud. Wow, that's really loud. Let's try again. Is that better? Hey! Let's try it again. Hey guys, Sunstreaker Wozza here. Welcome back to another stream. Sorry for yelling, that was really loud a bit. Just blown someone's speakers up. So yeah, a lot better. I'll explain why soon enough. I was trying something out, but that's a bit too over the top. But yes, super excited. That's why I'm so loud, guys. Super excited for the new combiners and the new 5-star batch. So obviously the 5-star batch hit today. A mixed bag, but we're talking a bit about that batch later, the playtest, the process, and then we're going to be looking at the new combiners as well. Like I said, looking at both of them in the showroom, going through the abilities. It's still a bit bugged, there's still something to work out, but I'm pretty sure they're pretty much finalised now. So I expect the combiners will probably come in the next week or two, I imagine, with them being done and dusted. And then on to Retgar and Junk Heap. Interesting. We're talking a bit about them and my expectations and what I expect and what we can hopefully expect from these bots. But it's going to be interesting anyway. Then obviously going through the news, it's normal, yeah. Cool. So it's going to be a good stream, guys, with a lot of information. And obviously, whenever we do these 5-star batches, we've got plenty of crystals to pull. So we always do a couple of pulls at least. And we always do some giveaways. So make sure you tune in for that. And yeah, one of my kids, not Mirage Jake, sadly, Ola is going to be coming over and helping me pull some crystals. So we're actually looking at some old videos yesterday. And sort of giving her a bit of a back sort of history of Jacob pulling some videos, pulling some crystals in videos, and it was quite good to go and see back and see Jacob when he was really young and really enthusiastic about his game, pulling some crystals. And yeah, me and Ola were sort of watching that, and she was sort of getting into it again. So yeah, she'll be pulling crystals again today and see if she can be as lucky as Mirage Jake. Don't know if that could even be done, considering how lucky he was. Absolutely crazy. I think they actually took that into FIFA. I don't think any guys play FIFA, but it's just pull like a 99 Zidane or something in a pack, and he's like absolutely mental about it. But if you don't play football, soccer, I hate using that word, and don't follow it, then you won't have a clue who he is. But if you do realise that that is an absolute unbelievable pull. So yeah, he's off enjoying that right now. That's what he's doing, enjoying his pull. And I'll hopefully enjoy mine soon. So like I said, we will go for that soon. So let's have a look who we got in the chat. So I did ask everyone to kick off the stream. Did you pull today? Who you pulled? And also let me know who you're looking forward to pulling. Prior to me sort of telling you sort of, you know, my take on these bots. Who are you looking forward to leveling the most? Who do you think will go in your war team? Just things like that, guys. What do you think of this batch, you know, on the whole as it is? Let me know in the chat and then I'll give you my lowdown later on. So, thank you to all my members. Don't forget, next week is the members giveaway. So if you're a platinum member, you will get put in the draw for a iTunes or Google gift card, but only the platinum members get entered in for that. So if you are a basic member and you think, you know, I fancy my chances at that, then yeah, consider becoming a platinum member. And I've always said the more people that join as platinum members, the amount will go up. So consider being a platinum member, guys. But thank you to everyone that's currently a member. Thank you for supporting the channel, much appreciated. All those people's names are, well, a selection. I thought all of them actually at the bottom, and then someone hit me up saying, hey, my name's not there, Wozza. And I looked and I was like, that's a bit weird, but it's just picked a selection every stream, I think. So a bit bizarre. I don't know why. I even tried changing it, tried editing it. I can't, sadly. But yeah, thank you to all my members, all of them. So yeah, a lot of members in the chat. So we've got Stay Puffed, good friend of mine. Good to see you. We've got Fangry, who's a bit of a new member. Good to see you, buddy. Penny Lancaster, obviously a long-serving member now. We've got Tony B. We've got Lord Avix. We've got Chris Harmon. We've got... Who else have we got? We've got... Valhalla Streams. How's it going? We've got a lot of talk about polls, which we'll go over in a minute. We've got Jason Roller. We've got E-Rods. How's it going? We've got Wheel Work. I think you're quite new to the stream. Well, welcome to the stream anyway. And if you're not new, welcome back. Carnage Mac, alright. We've got LJ Gav. Good evening to you too. We've got DDEX76. It is Thursday, which means stream time. William Wilkinson. We've got Ben Gates. How's it going? Sorry, guys. Got a bit of throat in my throat. Yeah. We've got Joseph Cirillo. We've got Robert C4. Welcome back, buddy. Ronald Van Holland. We've got, obviously, my good friend Grind Time as well. Good to see you, buddy. And, of course, he's got all the bots on day one. My good buddy Smoke Cheese from my alliance. Good to see you. I'm awake. Presumably quite early for you then. Yeah, a lot of people saying I'm loud. I'm sorry. We've got Chris Mack as well. We've got Michael Cooper. It was a great entrance, wasn't it? We've got Mercenary Terror. Good to see you, buddy. MIA Philly. We've got... Who else have we got? We've got Gary Reed. Just started playing. Man, I wish I was there. Was more ways to get better bots to use. Just playing the game, buddy. Just play the game more and more and more. Do well in events. Join a good alliance. So, just before sort of... I'll come back to that in a second anyway. Alpha Tryon as well. Good to see you as well. Welcome back. And Freezes Max as well with the clutch. What's up, buddy? Good to see you as well. Just for record, I was there in your stream last night, but I was in bed as usual, falling asleep. Fell asleep halfway through, and then watched the rest this morning as usual. And Garrett as well with the clutch there. Good to see you as well, buddy. Good to see. Yeah, just to sort of touch upon Gary Reed's sort of message. So the best thing to do, yeah, it does cost a bit of money if you want to get to a high level, but you want to just enjoy the game. You don't need to spend money at all. But what you do need to do is get in an alliance that finishes most events. But when you're starting the game, it's very hard to do that. So you better find in a family. So if you find a good family that's got a good selection of alliances, what you can normally do is you normally start in their bottom alliance, and if you're doing well, they'll move you up into better alliances, so you can keep the ball rolling. So whatever you put in, you sort of play with like-minded people. So it's good to get in one of the bigger families if you can. Other than that, just find a good lower alliance which is active. So if you've got 30 members in there, try and find an alliance, or 40 members, whatever. But I think lower alliances struggle from numbers or good people. But if you find that alliance and you've got 40 active people playing events and scoring points every single week, you'll find that as a team you get better and better events. And then I'll say this to everyone, you've sort of got a choice then. Do you stick with that team because you like the people and things like that, but maybe you might outgrow them? Or do you then go, listen guys, I like you guys, but I want something a bit more, and move on, and then progress through the game. But if you want to be a top player, then yeah, it does cost money. I'm not going to lie to you. But to enjoy the game, it is free. It really is, and it's a good community. It really is, and yeah, I think it's a great game. It is. It has its moments, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's a good game. Yeah. Yeah, Tony B. Yeah, the more you play, the easier it gets. This weekend, 10k is perfect for you. An easy weekend this week, so don't expect too much of yourself. When you're a new player, if you can get like 3, 4, 5k a weekend, then you're doing all right. You know, but then try and push yourself. I think once you get to about HQ 10 or 12, and you get a decent amount of bots, then you can start doing the 10k events quite easily, and you'll find a decent alliance. But if you are going to spend, I'd recommend that new starter bundle, things like that. There's some great value bundles, but if you're not sure, join Discord. There's plenty of experienced people in there. I'm in there as well. Listen, if you're in one of them chats, you want to tag me, I'm fine. Tag me. I'll always get back to it. I'll always answer any tags. It just matter of obviously whatever I'm in work or I'm busy or I'm doing something, but I'll always reply to it. Tag me and say, listen, but most of the guys know what to talk about in there. And just hit them up and just say, listen, I'm thinking about buying this. What do you guys think? Is it good value? And then, yeah, we'll be straight with you and say, yeah, well, no, or don't bother, or this, and you should definitely buy that. But if you can complete the Cyber Pass for $10 for the 4 weeks, the Saga, then that is the best value you get in the game, pretty much, consistently. So, yeah, consider that. Cool. Let's have a look. Just put thank you for the advice. The alliance I'm in not has 3 really good players and barely getting first tier on events. Think I might need to find a better one to join. Maybe, like I said, but there are join Discord. Honestly, that's the first thing you should do is join Discord because it opens so many avenues. It opens information about events. It opens people advertise for players like alliances saying, "Come and join us. Like we want good players." And if you have a good dedicated player, you will always find a good alliance. But just I will say is just if you commit X points, just make sure you stick to it. You get a name for yourself, and you'll find a decent alliance. The only problem is when you get to a point where people know you as a jumper, or people know you that you don't keep to your commits, then yeah, that can cause problems. But yeah, cool. Cool. Okay, so let's go into the newsletter and let's have a look at this weekend's event. So, Bar Week Grana Week Ninny Bong. This weekend's event is called All Angles, Season 19. Whoa. So yes, like it says there, join the Discord. If you need the link, then it is there in the newsletter. I'm not too sure how you sign up for the newsletter anymore. I presume you just register your details somehow. I can't remember. It's that long ago when I did it. Jeez. But I'm sure someone can remember how to do that. But yes, it's an individual prime core shard event. So if you're an experienced player, these are really important, obviously, for your defensive prime cores. If you're not an experienced player, if you're quite a new player, then you'll need these for the bot cores. Don't pull the defense cores until you've got all the bot cores. Honestly, guys, the defense prime cores are high end game material. The bot ones are essential. I still run the bot ones now in my top teams. I don't think you'll find a single top player in the game that doesn't run prime cores. So you want to get them bot prime cores as a matter of urgency by doing these events. The defense ones will come after that. Don't worry about it. But a nice short 10k event, and it's 2,500 prime core shards, 2,500 4-star shards, 7,000 3-star shards, 30 prems. So you'll probably get a couple of 4 stars from completing the event, which is not too bad for new players. 15 upgraded power core chips that drop building bot or G1 power cores, so you get some decent cores for new players. And 300,000 combat spark, which we're always obviously crying out for. There's a bit of a lack of combat spark, so it's good to see this in a nice, easy 10k event. We could all do with a bit of combat spark. So as you can see, the rewards littered throughout. Crazy that they're now putting 2,500 prime core shards in a 10k event after the, what is it, 50k or something they did it in. But hey, beggars can't be choosers. I'll take it. Nice easy event for prime core shards. Usual battle zones apply, and then game updates and information. So they're thinking about the rest of the year and next year. We want your thoughts on which combats, weapons, and power cores think come to the game. Please let us know. Bit of difficult for me that one. I was a bit, I've done many combats. Weapons? Do you mean which bots I want to have? What weapons to have? But I couldn't say any weapons in Transformers really, other than target masters. But I've said for a long time I want headmasters and target masters, but they reckon that they don't have the tech to do that. So sad as it is. And power cores. The only thing I can think of is anti-acid, but then you have the problem then of that healing cluster having protection again. It's like it's a counter for a counter, so you've got the healing cluster and the shield gen, and you've got a counter for that, which is acid. Then you sort of created a counter for a counter, and I don't know. I think it's going to get a bit silly if we do that, but that's the only thing I can think of. I'm not too sure that's the best idea. Maybe an anti-fire one. I don't know. I wouldn't mind an anti-acid, anti-fire one if they brought out some sort of meta where you can combo electric and something else first to give you more options. So if they deal, something like that, then yeah, I wouldn't mind too much. But it needs time, Matt. It needs time, yeah. Player monthly initiatives. So August nearly over. So don't forget that they brought out this new system, which I'm not really impressed with, if I'm honest with you, for giving people rewards for spending. So the VIP is sort of gone. Oh, and thank you. Big shout out to Christopher Falls for becoming a gold member. Thank you. Much appreciated. But don't forget that we are doing a giveaway next week for platinum members. So consider make it platinum, if I'm honest with you. So yeah. Um, so yeah, I'm not happy with the new VIP thing, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, I'm gonna benefit from it because I do spend nowhere near what I used to, but I still do spend. But yeah, if you do spend, then you get some nice rewards from that. Redgar and Jump Keep. So we're going to talk a bit about them later on, but a bit to talk about them. Then the 5-star batch. So obviously the community choice was Rotorstorm and Spinster. And there's a bit of discussion about that in playtest. We'll talk a bit about that as well. Then we got Roadbuster and Half Shell, Scattershot and Leozak, Ultimate Optimus and T2 Megatron, and Sentius Magnus and Sentius Malus. So those guys are in the game, ready to pull right now. So Rotorstorm, they're making the increase from 30 to 40. So the 4-star has 30. The I think the 5-star has 40. Was the 4-star 40? I'm not too sure. And then it's obviously had a health buff for all the rarities, but I'm pretty sure it's the 4-stars 30 and the 5-stars 40. Roadbuster and Half Shell getting a slight range increase. That was huge for me. There'll be a slight health buff, which is not too bad. The ability to now do half its damage to foes in the projectile's path, and the speed has been reduced. So if you watch my last video about the speed of a lot of these bots, and a lot of that was the focus for me, was reducing the speed, increasing survivability, and we'll talk a bit about that in the playtest process as well. Then we've got Scattershot and Leozak. They decrease the cost from 7 to 2 to 5 to 2. Their AoE ability is increased by 25%, ability damage been increased by 20%, and the speed reduced by 16% too as well. And then we've got Sentius Magnus, Sentius Malus, standard 5-star upgrade. Then we've got Optimal Optimus and T2 Megatron being remade with balanced ability with visual changes. Now, the next thing is the new Titan bundles. So this is an interesting one because from what I've heard, there was a bit of a giveaway of 5-star Titans coming to the game, and Dale sort of dismissed it. But I think the secret's out now, that 5-star Titans, well, it's not a secret that 5-star Titans are coming to the game. We know 5-star Titans are coming because when you open your Titan, you can see there's a 5-star ability there. But they've always said that they're not working on it. Things like that. But was it a slip up by the apes? I don't know, I don't know. They do like to cover their own tracks, slip ups by saying, oh no, it's just a whatever. But yeah, what I would start doing is, guys, is if you've done that terrible Titan Assault and you've stopped because you hate it like me and you're bored of it, you might want to start doing it again, saving up for that 5-star, So yeah, listen, start getting that Titan Spark in every week again now. And loving it up. But don't forget, we might have a new Titan on the horizons. So the question you've got is, if you think Fort Max is better than Metroplex, then will the new Titan be better than Fort Max? So, but don't forget, they all get them individual spark, so it doesn't matter either way. You might as well get the spark for it. But I did say to the apes that I prefer getting all this spark in events and things like that rather than the way we do it in the Titan battles, but that's yet to be seen if that will happen or not. But they brought out some Titan bundles for people to help sort of rank up. So Titan level from 2021, some Titan Spark, some Titan Smite, sorry, and some normal Spark as well. So yeah. Then they've got some new bundles. So they've got it's the sort of usual Prems basically. So you've got sort of Prem crystals, you've got Prem chips, which is obviously combats, summer tide chests, and you've got one of each spark. So the ones that are limited to 1, you get 5-star shards in also as well. So I don't look around the $20 or $40 bundles. Let's take the $40 bundle, and you get one 4-star dupes worth 180 shards, so not too bad. 80 G1 crystals, so you're probably going to get about 2 dupes out of that if you're lucky. At least 1, I'd say, probably 2. So you're going to get 180, 360, almost about 500 4-star shards, 500 5-star shards, sorry. It's not too bad. Then you're going to get some, obviously, Prem chips and Prem 5-star shards, because all combat dupes give you 5-star shards, pretty much. They all add up. And then the 12 Summertide chests. So there's 3 items in there. It looks like they took something out, because it says item 1, item 3, item 4. So it looks like to me like they put something in there and then took it out. And I presume it's the shard, because everyone complained about getting like crappy shards in these. So green crems, combat shards, and 5-star shards is not too bad. So if you do get the $40 bundle and there's 12 of these, you expect 4 of these, so you'll get 20 green crems each, which are pretty good, to be honest with you. You'll get 125-star combat shards and 125-star shards on top of the shards and the crystals that you've got as well. So they're not too bad bundles. They're not unbelievable, but they're not too bad. And then the big news, I mean, let's be honest, this should have happened the day it came out. They've actually doubled the character crystals that you get from the rank up section. So as soon as this come out, well, when it was coming out, we thought it was a good idea. You don't have to wait for rotations anymore. You can just go and get a bundle that will help you rank up your bots and get the cores, things like that. And then when it came out, it was half the value of the normal bundles. And everyone was saying, well, why would I go and buy that for half the value when I can go and wait? I'd rather wait than half the value of my pulls. So, yeah, no doubt some people bought them. But I think on the whole, people avoided them and just complained about them endlessly. So this has been a long time coming. I'm talking like maybe a year in the making. And I said right from the get-go, as soon as they did this, I was like, are you serious? You don't understand value in this game. And obviously, when you create something and say X has X value, that sets a precedent for everything else after that. So if you're going to bring something out by half the value, people are not stupid. You know, it's not young kids that play this game. It's normal adults that play this game. And they understand that it's half the value. They're not stupid. So they've sort of done something to try and improve that. So previously it was 10 character crystals, it was 10k spark, and it was 500 shards of that character. But now it's 20 crystals, 500 character shards of that character, and 100 class shards of that character, which makes more sense. But we're overflowing with class shards, let's be honest. So I don't think we really need them too much. Maybe in the future. Maybe. We don't know what's coming as they increase more ranks to rank 3 and 4, past whatever it is. Sergeant, I think it's the top rank at the minute. You never know. Might get a bit silly and need it. But we'll have to wait and see. But it is a good move from the apes. I do agree with that. And then go and check out all your content creators, guys. So Engineer Hoist does his weekly stream. Go and check him out. Freezes Max as well does content as well. Soldier covers all the big events and the big things that happen in the game. And then obviously myself as well, pumping out regular content. So yeah, go and check them all out, guys. Go and give them a subscribe and go and watch all their content. And yeah, go and give them a helping hand. And then looking at the Saga schedule. So we are up to week 6. We've got 2 more weeks for the new bots. So excited for that, and we'll talk a bit about that soon. Then Community Corner. Just want to say a big thank you to Raffaello for these pictures. Absolutely unbelievable. I'm so jealous that I can't do this myself. I would love to be able to do this and create my own thumbnails. I haven't got a clue how he does it. But absolutely amazing. I would love to be able to do this. Like I can imagine the effort that goes into this must take him so long. And yeah, all credit to him. Like, I think this is absolutely brilliant. Honestly, I love it. Guys that sort of do this thing, because obviously we do think and we get something back from it, but you know, other than gratification, he gets nothing from this, I imagine. But I think it's absolutely amazing. I think SpaceX should sign him up to go and do all their artwork, because this guy is unbelievable. I think, honestly, really, really good. And he sort of hit me up saying, listen, Wozza, if you want to use these, then you can do. And yeah, big shout out to him. Big thank you for doing this. Keep doing it, bud. Keep doing it. I will gladly use them in my thumbnails and give you credit for it, because I think they're absolutely brilliant. Love them. And then bug fixes and improvements. So Ariel and Skilla. They fixed the bug that made Skilla Equipment Baru gets stuck in one place. There's a few bots doing that in a minute, but they are working on it. But I will talk a bit about that again. So as I said, they're not live this week, but they are back on the 7th of September because of bank holiday. I know people in America are saying like, "Oh, it's always a bank holiday over there." To be fair, we only have about 5, but literally all 4 of them are like really close together. And then there's one in August, then there's no bank holidays until Christmas. So that is it now. Normal schedule, back to the normal running process. So obviously, they announced Retgar and Junk Heap last week. This week, they've given us a bit of an update. So the update is these 2 bots will be joining Earth Wars very soon. We don't have much to share, but if you've never run an endurance before, you might consider this one. Releasing our first medic since Minerva and Flatline. This ability is sure to question whether it has a spot in your team. So for those not in the know, Minerva is the best healer in the game. Undoubtedly. I don't think, I'm willing to put money on it, that if you ask any top player in the game who the best healer in the game is, Minerva. So you can ask the best gunner in the game. Most people will say Skids, but some might say Sitz Gun, or some might say Sea Spray. And you might get some differences. Who's the best warrior? Most will say Pike, but some might say Rook. And you do get some variances. I doubt you're going to get any variance in people saying Minerva is the best healer. She's absolutely unbelievable. So this guy needs to be good to beat her. Really good. I mean, she's unbelievable. She's borderline OP, if we're perfectly honest. She's borderline OP to the point where if you're not running Minerva, you're running at a disadvantage. So it's going to be interesting. You need to be good. But they have said if you decide to run it in a special endurance, then they are giving some Retgar and Junk Heap toys away. So it's just an added thing for running in the endurance. But I did say to Dale that, you know, if he doesn't revive something in some way, and not like Vector, not revive himself, that's pretty boring. But it's like, if he doesn't revive something in some way, bring something back to life or something like that, then you've missed the trick. You really have. And with them putting this GIF in there, I think that's where they're going with it. So, how do you think it's going to work? Because if it does, I'm always wary about something that only works when a bot dies or is below health. What happens when that doesn't happen? So same with Onyx. So the Onyx core says below 40% health, I think it is, it increases the bot's damage. But if your bot never goes below 40%, then that's a wasted slot because that core's doing nothing for that 60% your bot's, you know, keeping health for. So I don't like cores like that. I don't like Lionizer that when your bot dies, he does damage. Well, I can find a better core to fit that bot and keep him alive because you know what? I don't plan on losing a bot. That's not the plan. My plan is to keep all 8 bots alive. And I plan to do that every single battle. Well, maybe not every single battle. Not every sacrifice, but you get the idea. I want to keep my bots alive. So this guy's kind of like a, well, it could be like a kind of a, you know, a fail safe maybe. But I'm not going to put a space on my shuttle for a bot that revives a bot. And that's it. It has to be something else. If that's the case. I said that to Dale. I said, listen, if this guy, I'm not saying it is, but I said to Dale, if it's the way you're going with it, if it's even possible, I mean, who knows? Doubtful. But if it is even possible, it'd be amazing. But it needs to do something else. You can't just go, oh, it revives a bot when it dies once, and that is it. And maybe it takes half its health or something. I had an idea a while ago around that. But it needs to do something else. That's my big thing, and I hope, you know, the guys are watching this, whoever's developing it or whatever, or Dale or whatever, and I hope that's the case. But looking forward to this, I am. But I was a bit disappointed with his healer, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't think he's gonna rival Minerva as a healer. It's gonna be, I don't know, is he gonna be better than Minerva? That's big shoes to fill, huge shoes to fill. So exciting times. Retgar's finally coming. Good news. If you don't have Minerva, I imagine this guy's were really good. Dale just assured me that I'll like it. I'm still skeptical though. still skeptical. I'm still worried. But the bad news is we still haven't got it in testing yet. So I think the idea is to give us maybe tomorrow, I think, for the weekend. But we need to get it quick. We need to turn it over quick. And we need to get this guy ready for the endurance. So I'm still on the fence when I'm going to run or not. The bot will tell you. If I'm running the endurance, you'll know it's worth it. Because people know that I only run it really for bots that I think are really worth it. And I think the last endurance that I ran... Braun was the last endurance that I ran. And I still think Braun's good. I still think there's a place for him. Be interesting though. It needs that sort of combo, that sort of EMP combo to make him decent. And I'm waiting for that sort of method to come. When that method comes, he's going to be epic. Bumblebee and Braun, if that electric meta comes in, are going to be epic. And like I said, I always like to be prepared for these changes. But back to Redgar. It needs to revive something. If it does that, it needs to do something else. And let's hope it does. Fingers crossed. Well, let's have a look. I've got a quick drink. I'm parched. Ben Lancaster, you mean lack of reward suspended? MD Prime pull 1 for the new batch. I've got Sentis Magnus. Congratulations. I'll try a null phone, reducing acid, fire, and electrical. Well, no, we've already got things that reduce electrical, so I wouldn't have that because you've already got the anti-EMP Billbot, so we don't need anything else for electrical, really. We've got the counter. D-Deck, won't we get the Arc and Nemesis before 5-star Titans? Who knows? Who knows their scheduling? Someone asked me today, like, oh, when's the ability 11 coming out for these bots? I don't know. When's the Combiners coming out? I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know, guys. Tony B just put, just tested Robusta and his range is much better. Maybe he's not a total loss. But we'll go through that shortly as well. What else? Did we discuss the PRMS that is the VIP? Yeah, we have discussed it. I've also told Dale it's disgusting. Do you like the wordplay there? Yeah, we discussed it and it's disgusting. But it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, Tony B's put 60 watching, only 19 likes. Hit the like button, guys. Come on. Last time, to be honest, I'm more worried about a resurrection mechanic crashing the game. That's a fair point. I hope the testers and make this character viable. Hopefully. Jason Rowley, let him revive a bot or bring a bot to full health if none are dead. That's not a bad idea, to be fair. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, Michael Cooper's bot. Yeah, I mentioned his ability compared to other healers. Another healer is a pleasant surprise. It is, but for me, I just feel like they've gone, listen, we need a bit of a cash cow. Listen, without Minerva, it went mental. Let's do a healer. People go mental for a healer, but that's just because Minerva was so good. It wasn't just because it was a healer. I mean, that does anyway a bit, but it's because Minerva was undoubtedly good. I mean, all the testers, all the content creators were saying how good she is. And so when you've got that, that's what creates the hype. Is what everyone is saying. This bot is amazing. Go for this bot. That's what creates that hype. You know, they can release whatever bot they want. And I said this, that the top spenders will go for whatever bot it is. They'll go for it regardless. But the mid to high spenders like myself, mid to high players, will pick and choose maybe what to go for. Should I go for this bot? Is it worth it? Maybe not. Maybe I can spend my money better elsewhere. So it needs to be decent, you know, the reward. And it all depends on how good the bot is for me. Freezer's Max went for T2 and pulled Spinister. Yeah, not bad. Chris Harmon flatline broke leaderboards. True story, bro. True story. Charlie plays. I don't know. I feel they were worried about having too many healers a team. So once they hit 4, no reason not to make more healers. I think the problem was they were worried that people would run 4 healers in a team and 4 bots and get through a base unhinged. But now we've got the anti-healing cores. Now we've got a lot more HP on bases. So even running 2 healers at HQ 18 is a risk of timing out. You want to really run 1 healer. Since I've been running 1 healer, I don't think I've timed out. I might have timed out once, maybe. Not a lot, though. 2 healers is definitely a chance. I was timing out a lot more with 2 healers. When I say a lot more, I'm saying like 1 every 10 wars, maybe 1 battle. And I had to move things around. Whereas 1 healer, it's very rarely now. So, ideally, everyone wants to get out to 1 healer. Yeah, Ron Van Hollen's got a point. Yeah, 5 healer backdoor. He's got a point. And you know how much they hate that technique. I didn't realise so much, but they will not release a 5-star cup for that one reason. I really think that is a reason they won't release 5-star cup, honestly. Cool. Okay. Let's go and have a look at these new bots. Okay. New 5-star batch finally here. So let's take a look at them maxed out, completely maxed. So let's look at Sentius Magnus first, simply because he's the first on the list. So we've got him completely maxed. Yes, it's not feasible for everyone, but I think it's good to see what you can achieve if you put everything into our bot. So you got Sentius Magnus with a maxed out Amalgamous Prime Core, which obviously increases ability damage and heals him. And he's got his new Sword of Balance. So apologies, I was going to go through this, but I had to cancel the stream for Jake's prom. And then last week I said I would cover it, and sadly I didn't. Big apologies, guys. Literally just forgot about it. But increases SA damage, and that's the big thing about these weapons. I feel like they're going away from all these combats that just increase DPS, and I feel like this was like the long-term plan. That was like, yes, all these combats are just going to increase DPS, and now they're going to start bringing out weapons that increase ability damage for certain bots, but they can pick and choose the bots. Now, when this came out, I wasn't really happy with it, if I'm honest with you, because it's so niche that it attaches to 1 bot. And what worries me is that it takes Combat Spark to level it. It takes, it gives you Combat Spark when you get dupes of it. So everything's around combat, but they've said that it's not going to be in the combat batches. It's going to be separate. So I'm not too sure how they're going to work that. It's going to be a weird one. But for me, if it gives you Combat Spark and it gets leveled up with Combat Spark, then it needs to be in the combat batch. It needs to be, really. But yet to be seen. I hope it is. But Sword of Balance, so yes, increases 26.5% SA damage, which does stack with Amalgamous, I'm told by the apes. It also releases a pulse that deals 1.5 of the bot's damage, causing enemies to take 5% extra damage for 10 seconds, and heals allies by 5%. Once the bot's health is below 50%, they gain 30% reflection. When they say they, it means the bot itself, not your whole team. But we'll put him through these paces, obviously. But 31k damage, 3,000 damage times 10 seconds is 31k damage. That's pretty awesome, just by stats alone. And then take obviously 50% less damage from attacks as well, so sort of protection. Add that onto the Sword of Balance. It's looking pretty good. If you just look at stats alone, 40k health is not squishy. You know, it's pretty decent. 700 DPS almost is not to be sniffed at. So Sentius Magnus on paper looking pretty good. Yeah. Then Roadbuster. So Roadbuster shoots a shot that does 12, 8, 4, 6, and then half that damage to the foes in its path. So Roadbuster was always accused of being a very niche bot, being a one-trick pony, and I don't think that has changed. I still think it's a one-trick pony, because nothing's really changed about his speed. And I mentioned in my last video on my stream that My main worry for these bots was that they were too fast. So they reduced your speed down to 2, which is a lot better. I mean, don't get me wrong, Pipes is still 1.8. Rook is still even slower at 1.7. So they will go ahead a bit. Maybe that's the niche thing. I mean, for me, Bumblebee is amazing. Rust Dust with Pipes is amazing. But you have to sort of manage them. And sometimes they can be good. Sometimes they can be awful. And that's what worries me. Is that it's one more thing to think about. So if for some reason, with some weird reason, you're thinking about running Bumblebee and Rustus and Robust on your team, I think it's going to be a bit of a nightmare trying to manage all three and keep all three alive and watch where they are. And because sometimes you've got to throw an ability in that sort of direction to cover them. And I just feel like it's too much to watch. So I think you can have maybe one of these in your team. So you could have one Bumblebee or one Rustdust or one Roadbuster, just to keep an eye on. But they have given a range increase, which is considerable, and it does work well. It does, and we'll again go into that in testing. But on paper, not quite slow on the speed that I would like. I would prefer 1.8, 1.7, so it's at least same as Pipes. Doesn't go run ahead. It is a lot better. Don't get me wrong. Not quite where I want it to be, but I do like the damage from it. You know, a 12.846 is a good figure. Because looking at hard mode, Prime League, that's pretty much anything except a shock tower. So, and don't forget if it's shielded, it doesn't matter. So, kind of a one shot. So, not too bad. 6+3 is still quite costly, but still alright. Optimus. So, he's got quite a big buff, to be honest with you. After testing, he does the numbers that he says. But after testing him, I don't know, it just seems a bit different than what I tested for some reason. I'm not sure what they've done to him, not sure whether they've changed him for whatever reason, but 38k health is still decent. Almost 1000 DPS is pretty impressive. But again, that speed of 2.1, and that was 1.8, just 0.3 less, just that bit less. I'd be a lot more sold. But, does not have ability 11, don't have any kind of core, I don't think. Only has the disc, so golden disc core. But don't increase ability damage or anything like that, so it's not too bad. But yeah, no ability 11 even yet. So there's still wiggle room for this guy to really improve. But yeah. Next up, we've got who's next on the list? Rotor Storm and Spinister. So 20 seconds. So everything's standardized about this guy. I mean, it's community choice. And this is in my last video. If they are community choice, does that mean they are good to go? Does that mean they're not going to change because on what you guys voted for them, so they must be good as it is? And we find that when I voted for Hound, I voted for Hound because I thought they'd do something good with him. And sadly, they didn't do enough with him. When they put this guy in there and I voted for this guy, it was simply because I didn't really like the idea of Inferno or Rodimus Unicronus. It's not like I didn't want him to win because I didn't want him to win because it's like some sort of vendetta or something like that. I just didn't want Inferno to win because I don't really like Inferno. And so I actually voted for someone else. And that bot was nowhere near winning. So I was like, right, okay, well, it's a 2-horse race. So at that point there, you can vote for whoever you want. But it's literally, you can vote for Inferno, or you can vote for Rotorstorm. Which kind of bot do you prefer? I just prefer Rotorstorm. I'm not saying Rotorstorm was the best choice of all the batches, of all the bots available. I'm just saying I prefer him to Inferno. And someone sort of said that in playtest. So I said, like, you know, why have we voted for this guy? And I said, well, listen, it was a vote. You know, we can't deny that. You know, whether you're happy with it or not, whether you agree with it or not, it was a vote and it's quite open and crystal clear, and you know you could see it for yourself. I don't think there's any, you know, Snarlgate again, so to speak. So yeah, you know, Rotorstorm's a decent choice. For me, it's a better bot than Inferno for my team. And I don't know why anyone else voted for it, but that was simply for me. That was why it was. I just didn't fancy Inferno. That's all. So yeah. I never liked rushing, and it's no lie thing. I never liked rushing bots until I got Pipes, but that's what is so shielded and so protected. But Inferno doesn't have that. Now, if Inferno had Pipes' shield, that's a different conversation. That's a vote for Inferno. But it doesn't have that shield, and that's why I just think like a bit of a suicide bot just dies quite easily. So that's why I voted for Roar Storm, to let you know. But yeah, a decent buff. You know, got to think though, 32k damage minimum. So this can go up to silly numbers. So going off paper here, it can go up to like 40-50k. 4 plus 4, it gets expensive after one use. One use is decent, so you want to clear an area with him and someone. Super cheap. But then 8 ability points, that's costly. And then 12, don't bother. So you're only looking to use this guy once or twice. So me personally, I would rather have had this at 5 plus 2, like most other spam bots, like sort of Laser Optimus and like Sentius. I'd rather have 5 plus 2 than 4 plus 4. But it keeps the first cost cheap. Second one, maybe not so much. But it does do a lot of damage, so maybe that's the balance of it. They don't want you using it over and over again. But he's a gunner, so he does stay back. So, yeah, decent bot. And then lastly, we've got Scattershot. So, this is the guy that I wanted the most improvements to. And they have increased his health, I believe. They've reduced his speed. They've increased his ability damage. So it done and decreased his cost. So they've done a lot of things that he asked for. But he also asked for a class change. And they basically said that is off the cards forever. No bot will ever get a class change. So don't bother asking for it, basically. And I think Freezer's touched about it on his stream. And I kind of get that. I agree with buffing bots and changing them and things like that. But if you change someone's class, someone might have that bot for a certain reason and leveled it for that reason, and all of a sudden you change its class, doesn't do that anymore. So I kind of get that a bit, but my view is that you make it better though on the whole. So if this bot is a special bot and can't solo because it's special, but then you make it a gunner or jet, that's what it did. You make it a jet and all of a sudden it can solo zone 15 its own maybe, then you've made it better. But I kind of get that point that they don't want to change classes. So special bot it is, that is set. So we're going to put these guys through the paces, and we're going to let you guys know what we think. Let's have a look. So quick look a minute at the chat. Have another quick. So the apes have said that if we all vote for a community vote, and that vote is a combiner bot, doesn't mean 5-star combiners are coming out. It's irrelevant. They'll decide when 5-star combiners come out. So I don't think the Cup and Dead End argument of Dead End being a combiner piece is the reason not bringing Cup out. I don't think that's the case. I think they're just debating when to bring it out, and if there's something they're bringing out to prevent backdoors maybe, and then they're thinking to do it after that. I don't know. I'll have to say. Penny Lancaster, it's hard to keep Skids and Rust Dust together. I don't really run them two for that reason. I don't like running that combo. I do like running Skids, but not Rust Dust. I just don't feel the ranges match. So, LG Gav, I'm lost there. What's that? I don't know. This week is 6th. First week of September is week 7. 8th for week 8. 15th is week 1. 22nd is week 2. Yeah, right. Okay, I get you going for a sort of the weeks, but I don't know why you're going for that. Let me know in the chat. I don't know. Always put the combiners during the second week of September. Who knows? Who knows? The apes have told you that, fair enough, but they haven't confirmed it to me, so I'm not too sure. 5 plus 3 were better than 6 plus 3 raw Roadbusters. Too expensive. So it'd be put the G Metal Golden disc on him. I could do that, yeah, but yeah. Penn Lancaster, yes, Optimus was part of the vote as well, but they thought they could put it in the batch. They always tend to do that. One bot that's sort of done half as well, they put it in the batch as well, just to sort of, you know, get people to, you know, to pick that bot as well. So bot doesn't change your stats, which is relevant, just a base number. I'm not too sure yet about there, bud. Let's have a look what else. Penny Lancaster, it sucks you can't equip Nightstick on Scattershot. Yeah, I agree. Put Bashbreaker on him. Okay, cool. Not yet, not yet. Okay, cool. Yeah. Ultimate Phil, I'd argue that special isn't actually a class, it's non-class. Yeah, true, true. Do what they did for off-road, make him equip one specific combat. Yeah, but that's sort because that fitted. That's why. Because he's used a pair of it, if that makes sense. Cool. Hey Vixen, how's it going? Okay, let's have a look at his bots one by one. So we're obviously gonna go into hard mode. That's how I judge my bots, because that's how I you know, play the game on the hardest level. So let's go into that. Cool. So let's have a look at Scattershot first. So Scattershot has had the most changes. So from having the most changes, you expect that he's the best of the batch from changes. So how I judge these bots as well is how they deal with this cluster. That's the big one for me. I've got plenty of bots that can deal with all these AoE thing. I can use Bumblebee to stun all these things. I can use Skid to take out the build bots. I've got Smoke Screen to take them out. I've got a 4-star Slingshot can take them out. You can use Skids and Rustles to take an area out. I've got Brainstorm to take an area out. I've got Six Gun. I've got Sea Spray. I've got options for all this. It's this cluster that most people lack options for. And it's this cluster that people want these bots to deal with it. Let's be honest. If it's not that, it's Combiners. If it's not that, it's Twin Twist. There's not much else. And you can take your build bots and you can take out that cluster. You can avoid Combiners and distract Twin Twist. You're 300 in every single war. Let's be perfectly honest about that. There's not much else to worry about, really. And it's just where you sort of take that out from. Can you take it out from range to stop your bots getting in trouble from everything else while they're battling that? So, what does Scattershot do against this cluster? So, because you've got the shield gen, it's always going to be difficult. It always is. So, if we've got Scattershot, let's try and get some defenses first. So again, reduce cost. So let's aim for this. So if we aim for this here, I'm hoping it does all AoE around here. So hits the 2 mines. Hits the build bot maybe the 2 mortars. So we hit that there. You can see he fires the acid, which is good. Does damage all around there. Hits over here as well. So you can see he sort of fires his damage over there. Photoshop Sentius. And then fires it somewhere else as well. It's a bit strange. Let's fire it on the let's do the shock tower. See what it against shock tower. I can see there. It's got acid, it's burning, it's burning, burning, it's burning, it's burning. Not quite. Doesn't quite kill it. I'm just gonna take it back because since it's there, we pop the combiner. But the big one for me has always been, is there a bot who does this better? That's the big question. So all I'm going to do now is I'm going to drop Scattershot. I'm going to aim at that shock tower. I'm going to put a boost on it. When I take it out, not quite. It's going. sad as it is, he just falls that bit short. Now, the apes have said, yeah, but you know what? He's got no G1 core or anything. He's got no ability 11. So there is potential there. So you could look at this and get Scattershot and think, yeah, but you know what? Eventually, he probably could take that shock tower down. But let me cast you back about 2 months ago. Maybe a bit longer. When Star Saber came out. And Star Saber came out. And we tried our best in tests to make him more relevant. And it didn't really come that way. And the ape said, don't worry, something cool is coming. That was the exact word, cool. So I'm like, okay, I'm excited for this. And let's be honest, without going through it, nothing happens cool. We're still waiting for this cool thing, and I don't believe there is a cool thing. I think they tried and failed miserably at making that relevant. So I don't want to get a bot like Scattershot with the idea that an ability 11 will help him do whatever. Give him increasing damage, so he probably will take out the shock tower. But how else are they going to make him relevant? How else is this core going to make him relevant? I'm not convinced 100%. Now, don't get me wrong. If you try the same method on a cannon, so we drop Scatter Shot. Don't forget, because it's acid, it blocks all the healing. Mines this side here. Let me take the mines away first. Cool, let's try again. Oh, thank you, Christopher Falls, being a platinum member. Big shout out, bud. Big thank you to you and everyone that's been a member in general. But yeah, you'll be putting in for the draw for the $30 iTunes Google gift card. So yeah, $40 minute, $40. Yeah, pretty sure. Yeah, $40. Yeah. $40 iTunes and Google gift card. So yeah, that draw will take place next week's stream. So come and have a look at it, guys. And if you want to be in that, draw, then you've got to be a platinum member. Plain and simple. Okay, cool. Let's try again then, without the mines. So Scatter Shot versus cannon. There we go. Cannon fall shot. Try again with a boost. So with a boost, that should just about take it out. Let's try one more time. I just want to test this so you guys can see exactly what it does. What we could do is add a bit of fire meta. Scatter shot. Do I can. So obviously fire and acid does 20% extra damage. Do that on there. Can you take it out? Yes! Just about. Can we get the second one down now with a bit of acid? Not quite. Just doesn't quite do it for me. Now, you could well say that, you know, yes, ability 11's coming, yes, the G1's coming, it's going to have a damage increase, it'll be able to take that structure out. That's not his problem. The problem is simply put, my main problem with Scattershot is he has 27k health and he's a melee bot. When you compare that to Pipes, who has 47k health, Ironhide, 47k health, Rook, 45k health. It's a lot of health. We talked about Star Saber and his lack of relevance. Star Saber's got 37k health, and he's considered suicidal. You know, when you compare him to the likes of even Blaster, who's got 35k health, and we've already talked about how Blaster fails to survive in Prime League at 35k health. So if 35k health is considered squishy in Prime League, then 27k health is definitely squishy. So I'm not sold on Scattershot. I'm not 100% sold yet. I can see the possibility of him being good, but I'm not going to level this guy up to level 70 with the thing of it might be good. So, still yet to be seen. And then if we go up to half shell, so there's a reason that I'm going up to half shell. So 12, 8, 4, 6 in a line. Well, no, sorry, to final target. So hard mode, hard battle, Prime League, as always. There we go, Roadbuster. So, Roadbuster on the launch pad. Look at the range. We haven't got to get him in range like Scattershot. On the shock tower, can he take it out? So he leaves a slither of health on the shock tower. So anything will take that boost out. Well, I say that, it's actually healed now. But literally, you can see that it leaves the slightest slither of health. So any kind of boost will take that shock tower out. I was actually using the boost he had previously. That's why I changed it over. Then we got Roadbuster. So let's take out the cannon first. So like I said, from the launch pad, you can see the range there. Taking that cannon out. The shielded, don't forget. Boom down. Take that out. Let's put a bit of damage on there. Boom down. So, from the launch pad, you can take that Micronus core out. You can take the Liege core out. That Megatronus core out. If it's protected, if it's not. Doesn't matter. So, really good ability. Really useful for that cluster, which is what we want these bots for. But again, it's that speed. That's what worries me. And I'm thinking, do we late deploy? Do we, especially them backloaded bases, do we sort of do whatever we've got to do at the front and then deploy him late? He should get in range with the range he's got. But again, it's one more thing to think about. I don't want to have to think about my battle and think when I'm going to drop this guy and his pathing. I don't want to think about that. So again, like, ability-wise, I think this guy's amazing. Nothing he can't do, really. Quite expensive, but I think it's worth it for what it is. You want to take that Liege core out, and normally you've got to take the shield gen out, and then you've got to use another bot, but you do know that with one bot. So I've always said if you can do whatever the job is with one bot, then I'm sold. And I am quite sold on this guy. I'm just worried about how I'm going to manage him. 35k health. It's still quite squishy. We talked about Blaster being squishy. It's still squishy. 788 DPS. So my question is, like, you know, how do we sort of slow these bots down? These are the two contenders where I'm thinking they could be good, but how do we slow them down? And I've been thinking, do we put shield run on them? Find them now. Oh, great, you can't because the Warriors. But there you go, you can't. I've been trying to think, like, how can we slow these bots down? A combat for special bots, but slow them down like shield run that drops something, gives them an animation to slow them down. They need something to slow them down. That's the big thing for me, the big talking point. And once we work that one out, people talk about Bash Breaker, but I don't think that's enough. It might slow them down a bit, but shield run sort of pumps out them shields, so it's sat in front of them. But shame, yeah. Shame it can't. But we need something. We need something to slow them down. I've been trying to think of it. I can't think of anything that's going to slow them down there. I'm honest with you. Next on the list is Optimal Optimus. Now, For me, this guy was doing X amount, and he was alright. He wasn't great when we maxed him out. And then the ape sort of did something to him, and he was doing half the damage. And we're like, whoa, what's going on? And they said they reverted the damage. Now, looking at his damage now. Looking at Optimal Optimus. So he's down there. Let's see what it does against all these defenses here. So let's go up here, actually out of the way a minute. Got Spider-Man if we can. Stop it with your funky fire. There we go. You can see there, look at that damage there. Quite incredible damage. Let's do it on the cluster, the shielded cluster. And sadly, the fire does great damage. No doubt about that. Look at that. Great damage in an area. But because of that healing in that area, yeah, it can do some good damage. But that healing is going to take over. But what happens when we eliminate that healing with acid? So we're going to run a 4-star slingshot. I don't have the 5-star on my account. So if I run this, I'm going to run 4-star slingshot. And we're going to run Optimal Optimus as well. So we've got slingshot. Let's wait till Optimus gets in range. So I'm going to do slingshot. Then Optimal Optimus on top of that. And watch it burn. There's the shield gen gone. There's the MDS gone. There's the MDS gone. There's the cannon gone. There's the shock tower gone. Wow. Wow. That is impressive. That is crazy impressive. And that for me is unbelievable. I'm just slightly worried though. The ape's going to look at that and go, yeah, it's doing more than we thought. We've seen this so many times where it's doing what the tooltip says in some way, where they've gone, yeah, that's not really doing what it should. So I'm reserved on that. I want to wait and double check. Part of me thinks I don't want to tell the apes. I want to just have fun with that. But I'm worried that's not performing how it should. Because when I tested that, it didn't quite do that on its own. But I didn't really test it with the acid as much until lately. After the change where I said the damage halved. So I'm a bit worried it's not doing as it should. But if you look at the figures, it is doing 10k damage. That's what it's supposed to do. And when you add the acid in, it is doing 20% more. So it is doing 12k damage, which is what it's supposed to do. So it is doing what it says in the tooltip. So I'm not too sure they'll change much of that. But I'm sold on Optimal Optimus. I really am sold. The only thing that worries me is... oh, the shield gen's not shielded. That's why then. That's why he's probably not doing what I thought he would. I've literally been testing this today as well, I didn't realise. Let's try again then. Let's test it with the shield gen up, eh? That's why Scattershot's looking a bit better than what I thought as well. So you need to take the shield gen out first. Let's try with the shield gen up then. And that's more like it. So yeah. Take the shield gen out first, mate. Oops. Sorry, guys. Cool. But yeah, I'm still swording him though, because that acid and fire damage that it does is quite incredible. But there's one thing that worries me, and we go back to that speed again. We go back to that speed with nothing being able to slow him down. That's the big point of this batch. And I said this to Jesse. I said, listen, you can give these the best abilities in the world. And I think they have. I think they've given them really good abilities. But they're going to die. You've got to really manage them. And I know some people said in the chat, oh, why don't you put Octopus with Scatter Shot? 12 ability points? I might as well use Brainstorm. I've already got a bot level that can do that. That's why I put it with Skids. Because, with Slingshot, sorry. Because Slingshot is so cheap. That's the reason. But I've been testing this all day. I'm quite annoyed actually. It's ruined my stream because I've actually tested this and thought the 4-star would do it, but it's not. So let's have a go with the 5-star and a boost. Let's see if that works. 5-star Slingshot. Let's put it on him. I'm annoyed with myself for being such a noob. Cool. Let's try again. Put a 5-star in, Wozza. Don't forget that. You'll be a real noob for doing that. Slingshot. And Marco Marcellus put, oh, try White Kremzeek. I don't want to. I could do that with anything, really. I can do. So, yes, you can use a White Kremzeek. But I don't want to in case people haven't got that or something. I want to try and get it just with a normal boost. Because I know people got plenty of them around. So, you can use a White Kremzeek with most other bots and it'll do something well. So, let's just eliminate White Kremzeeks for the time being. But yes, you can. You got a good point. So, let's use a bit of a minor boost. So, I like using the sort of smart bomb instead. So, let's go with this a minute. So, Slingshot. So that might do it, maybe. Might just fall short, maybe. One down. Oh, that's close, you know. That's close, you know. I want to try that with the fire boost. See how that does it. I think it might take it down, you know. I think it might have found this combo. And I've always said, if you can take that cluster out with 2 bots, you're on to a winner. That's the dream. There we go. Let's try again. Let's do that. Let's do that on top. More fire on top as well. There you go. Other than a shock tower, everything gone. I'm quite impressed with that. I think that's still quite impressive. That's a good combo because you know what? It's also a bot that's in the meta already. People have already probably got Slingshot leveled up. It's still a good bot. So I'm quite sold not to Optimus. Apart from that speed, and I keep going back to it. That's my worry. That is my worry. Next on the list, we've got Rotor Storm. Now, Rotor Storm's a bit of a difficult one because if you try and show what it does on his own, it's not that impressive. He's pretty good. Same as maybe Sentius, Laser Optimus, but we've always said that Laser Optimus struggles at HQ18. We used to see the method of using Laser Optimus and using Wheeljack. And I thought about using Rotor Storm and using Laser Optimus and Wheeljack. And I was like, yeah, but I've seen a few people saying, oh, you can do a spam team of like Straith and Sentius Magnus and Laser Optimus and Rotor Storm and maybe Wheeljack. Bots to clear that area. I've always said again, once you start adding more than 3 bots, it's a bit of a waste of time. You know, unless you're equipping a whole team around that, you're going to come into a bit of trouble, I think. So I'm not sold on the whole spam thing because although it's fun and I've tried it myself, it does great damage, you run out of points very quickly. And the question is, if it's so successful, then why have people not been doing that already? Why have people not been running Strafe? It's already a 5-star. Laser Optimus, it's already a 5-star. You can have 4-star Sentius, 4-star Rotor Storm to good effect probably. But why are people not doing that? Because it gets costly. That's the big issue with this, is the cost involved. And like I said, it's like 20 ability points to run like 4 of them. then it gets to like 25, and yeah, once you've done 2, you're out of points, and it's obviously like 3 or 4 spaces on your shuttle, so you want to leave it to 2. So if we do keep it at 2, so we've not looked at Sentius yet, but let's keep it at Rotor Storm. So let's put Rotor Storm in. Oops, wrong way. So when we've got Rotor Storm, let's go Laser Optimus. I like Laser Optimus. Because Rotor Storm, if you just try and take out a section, he's only going to destroy like 3 defenses. So that increase in damage, you're not going to see that much because on his own. But when you compare him with another bot, that other bot also goes ahead because he's a gunner. That's when he does crazy damage. And yeah, obviously we put a combat that's going to mess with that. Just finished Rotor Storm, just finish off. And of course we've dropped the combiner. Let me take the combiner away a minute. We'll kind of just put what I think is a better pair: slingshot and optimal, or slingshot and 6-shot. Slingshot and optimal, without a doubt. I would run 6 gun on his own. 6-shot means 6 gun, I presume you mean. Like I bet scatter shot will work well with his acid and range. It's just cost. It's just really expensive. That's the big problem. Cyber Inferno's put, give both of them SA11, that cluster's gone. Yeah, 2 bots, it is gone. But then again, you can use 2 bots and you can use, SG Jetfire, and you can use Brainstorm, and it's gone in 3 abilities. So the idea is to get it away in 2 abilities. And yeah, you can use like a Green Krem, and you can use SG Jetfire, and Brainstorm, and different combos you can use. But let's be honest, it's 2. 2 bots is the ideal combo. Let's try this again. Let's try some different base time. So we'll see what we can do. Try again. There we go. There you go. Cleared a decent area. Obviously got hacked. But pretty cool. Now, obviously, because Rotor Storm's fire, it's not gonna. I mean, because Rotor Storm's an acid, he's not gonna take out this sort of cluster. Try to take out the shock tower, but it's gonna heal faster than he can do. So, in terms of taking that cluster out, I'm not too sold on Rotor Storm in that sense. Clearing anything other than that, I think it's going to be absolutely amazing. So these bases with the cluster in the back, you want to clear out a front area. Yeah, I can see him being really useful. But again, when I sort of judge bots, I'm judging on this area here. I'm judging on what they can do with this. That's the big thing for me. And Rotor Storm, although good, doesn't quite cut it on that cluster. That's what I want from these bots anyway. Yes, you can look at it otherwise. I mean, people talk about Roadbuster on raids. Yeah, it'll be good against the shields, things like that. Really good. I'm not interested in raids personally. People will say, yeah, but this bot is be good in a good Zone 15 team. But I've got enough Zone 15 teams. I don't need more Zone 15 bots. I've got enough. I want something that's going to make a difference. I want a bot that's not going to guarantee me a 300, but it's going to give me a good helping hand where I'm like, listen, if I get these two bots in my team, they're going to help me get that 300 because they are better than what I've got right now. That's the big question. So, trying to that cluster out. Are these bots better than SG, Jetfire, and Brainstorm? Yeah, they're probably slightly better. Do I want to raise them all the way to 70? Do I want to raise two new bots? So, Ultimate Optimus and Slingshot, or Optimus and even Scattershot. Do I want to get two bots to 70? It's going to make that much of a difference than Slingshot and Brainstorm is? For me, not a big enough difference. So, this batch, I'm not sat there going like, I'm totally excited by it and like over the top. I can see useful in it as well. If you are prepared to level 2 new bots, if you're a new player and you want to get this batch, then I can see good value in it because you don't have other options. But people that have other options, I'm not too sure. Roadbuster's a bit of a strange one. Like I said, I can see a real value in Roadbuster. And if the one bot one thinking, you know what, that could make a big difference in my team, I can probably take SG Jetfire out. But I'm losing a lot of DPS there as well. That's going to slow my team down. And he's hard to manage. So I've got some big decisions to make. That even sat here right now, and we're going to obviously pull the crystals soon, I'm still not 100% sure on these bots. And that's what worries me. This new batch comes out, and I'm not sat here going, you got to get this, guys. I'm saying to you guys, I can see potential. They're pretty good. But I'm worried. I'm worried they're not going to do more than what I've already got. And I've always said, new content needs to be better than old content. Is this better than Skids and Rust Dust? Don't think it is. Is it better than SG Jetfire and Brainstorm? Maybe marginally better. You know, with a bit, maybe, I wouldn't say like blows them out of the water. Maybe marginally better, but enough to level 2 bots 70. I don't know. I think the jury's out. And I said my daughter's there waiting. She is somewhere. She's sort of hanging around. So, last bot on the list. Sentius Magnus. Let's check this guy out. So I don't think you can sniff at 32k damage, really. But there's one main difference between Sentius Magnus. And yes, he is kitted out with Amalgamous. Yes, he is kitted out with Sword of Balance. I have kitted him to the hill. But there's one big difference. This guy's got the health and the speed to back it up. He's got that bow, which keeps him back. So he'll sit behind your tanks. Put him on the base. 1 defense, 2 defense. He'll even take out the sharks, which are pesky. And them sharks really slow him down. Have I got Quintus on somewhere? Yeah, I've got Quintus. I could take it off to give you more of an idea, but then does it scoot a bit? I don't know. But the big one is that it does okay. It's doing pretty good damage. That's pretty good. We've got Sentius against a shock tower. Let's see how he does. Boom. Out of range of Liege. Can take a shielded shock tower out. That is the highest HP in the game, guys. The highest HP in the game. So if you're worried about MDS next to a shielded defense, we'll take that out. If you're worried that the actual Micronus core itself is causing problems, we'll take that out. I think the only reason not taking this out is because we've got double healing, which is not supposed to happen, I think. But yeah, taking that Liege shock tower out is epic. Absolutely unbelievable. And for me, that's a bit of a game changer for Sentius. But then, what I've been doing is, I've been trying something a bit different. So for my team, my general team is, you know, pipes, rook, brainstorm. Actually, a lot of jets to try and do damage, a lot of tanks. But if we run a team like this, we run a team like pipes, we run a team with iron, we run a team with rook, we run a team with Sentius, we run a team with Robuster, run a team with Laser Optimus. We'll put Minerva in. We'll put Minerva in there at the back. We'll find Minerva. I'm sure Minerva's up here somewhere, actually. No, could be wrong. I never use this. I'll just do that. There you go. And then we need some acid in there, so I'm going to put skids in there as well. Cool. But you can see there, a lot more tanky. You know, we've got Robuster in there. Not tanky, but he's going to take that liege core out for us no matter what. So, let's go at this properly. Let's reinstate the base and go at it properly. Let's put the combiner back. There we go. Let's put this outpost back. So again, this is not designed to help these guys, anything like that. We could put the thing in the back or anything like that, but this was a generic base that I was using anyway. Let's bring these back in then. Bring them back. Could be pesky, but that's why they are. Again, just like I said to you, my generic base that I've set up. And I think that's about right. About there. Whoop. Okay, cool. So this is my base, maxed out as normal. So in testing, this is pretty impressive. Got to act the boss, obviously, and let's go at it again. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to drop Robuster. You got a knot? I'll do pipes actually to drop that. To pop that. Going to take out that liege core first. So that needs to be done. Let's drop Magna Boss over here. Let's do some damage there, like that. Try and take out this section here. Want to try and take out that Billbot over there. Do some damage there as well. Okay, and this is where we now let rip Laser Optimus. Let's do Sentius. Let's use pipes over there. Let's use skids up there. And all of a sudden, the amount of damage that's flying around is absolutely stupid. Just things just melt. And again, I've only used these guys once. And I've lost my nerve actually. But you can see as well, in this testing, I actually lost Minerva, I think, the other time as well, actually. But because Minerva, because all my tanks, all my bots are tank mostly, they stay alive a lot longer. So use Sentis again to clear this area. Again, look at the crazy damage happening. Obviously with DPS of other bots as well, but mental. And you can see that I've not done much. I've just pop some outposts, drop a combiner, spam some damage, take that liege core away, and yes, pretty easy 300. And again, I've not sort of changed this base around to suit it or anything. Just every time I've gone at it, the same sort of thing has happened. Yeah, I've got some minions in there and things like that as well, but it was kind of pretty easy, if I'm honest with you. I think a lot of that's to do with that Laser Optimus and Sentius sort of combo of clearing big areas. Yeah, it's pipes in there as well. Yeah, it's skids, but I think it's the combo of the lot and the added HP. So I'm really sold on Sentius right now. The amount of damage he's doing, the HP he's doing, it's crazy, crazy good. Crazy good. And just a quick, before we move on, Sentius stats again, 40k health. You know, when you compare that to the likes of, you know, even actually Jetfire, 27k health. Yeah, it's ranged, got great DPS, but you don't need that DPS when you're flying through the base. Such speed. And yeah, I think Sentius with Amalgamus, with a Sword of Balance, epic. The only big worry there is Amalgamus taking it off Twin Twist on defense. I think Twin Twist needs a core that matches Amalgamus because we can't have Amalgamus everywhere. We need that. Okay, cool. Right, let's have a look at the new combiners in action. And then we're going to go on to crystal pulling after that. So, new combiners. Oh, and we can't because that's a combiner for this. So what we'll do is we'll look at the conversion. Let's have a look at that. Cool. God, Neptune, Ruination in the game soon. I cannot say when exactly yet, guys. But coming to the game soon. Super excited. Pretty much finalised now. There is a bug where it's sort of crashing the game. So I apologise if that happens. But looking at the abilities. So God Sting, charge forward, dealing 3,900 damage. And then to the final target and 3,255 damage to targets on the way, stunning them. And we talked about how much comboing them was important between these combiners. And then it grants a shield that halves damage for 8 seconds on Godsting. And Tidal Wave, affected targets hit by this will have their Tidal Wave effect extended. So it did have a shield on the Tidal Wave as well. But the ape sort of said, sort of agree with me that, you know, you need that shield when you charge forward. You don't need it when you're stationary at the back. It was kind of OP having two stacking together. So they've taken that second shield away. But you unleash a large wave that deals 4,000 damage to target, reducing their attack and defense by 50%. So the idea is throw Tidal Wave down. It slows everything down, increases your survivability by doing that. Then rush in with God Sting. You can do damage over there and it increases survivability. Then you can get his 4-star ability away, which is send a shock tower, shock wave that deals 7,500 damage, which is crazy. Tidal Wave affected or stunned enemies hit by this wing release their explosions that spread, so it's increased the damage again by, you know, like I said. So if you do the Tidal Wave first, then you use the God Sting, then you use that on top, then it goes crazy damage. And then on death gives a 40% ability damage increase for 10 seconds. So super good combiner. Let's give him a whirl. And let's be honest, God Neptune looks the best out of the two. A lot of people said Ruination is ugly. He is ugly. Okay. Is this even a max base? I don't even know. No, it's not. Oh, cool. So I'll look at God Neptune. Some release. Look at that range on that Tidal Wave. So we'll release the Tidal Wave. There we go. Use God Sting. Again, great range. So going to be good for leveling, getting to the back of the base. Not comboed it yet. But there we go. This is just all individual damage. Trying to get to the back of that base. Four-star ability again. Doing damage over there. Over there. Cool. So obviously that's a low level. That's HQ 17 base pretty much. But you can see how good it's going to be for leveling bots. It's going to be a great combined leveling bots. Let's test him against a higher level base. So I've tested it obviously against my HQ 18 bot base, but because we're on the con account now, let's try and find someone. I don't think it's going to be maxed out base. Let's have a look. Probably going to be an 18 because I think it's an old alliance, sadly. Yeah, definitely not. I don't care about ugly long as it gets the job done. Fair point. Leave us alliance a minute. No, I need to leave the alliance. There we go. Let's have a look. Can we find an alliance? What's to do? Have a look at this minute. I know. Ranking, alliances. Let's try one of the top alliances. This one, I think. Okay, we can go against my base, can't we? If we find it, it's not there. Sex contest. Is that a top one? No. Pop Pier 1. I'm sure that's it. That's it. I think. Yeah. Is that right? Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Cool. We can go against some of these. Alliance. Leaderboard. Yeah. Wozza account. Yeah. We can take it this way. Cool. Battler. There we go. We'll get them in the end, guys. So leader one's put needs to vote for World and Sea Phantom next, just because we get to fight all the bots. The agent said that it's not gonna happen. It doesn't mean we're gonna get all the. We're gonna get 5-star combiners, sadly. Yeah, is what it is. Got Neptune. So let's try and test him how I actually intended it. So God Sting first. Let's try him on that cluster, hey. Then we're going to charge forwards. And it's 4-star ability. Not bad. But you can see it's crashed the game now. This is the problem. It keeps crashing the game. We'll do our best, guys. OJ Garrett's put, actually, it's said that several times on different streams, if a combiner is complete, they will do it. I don't think they have, you know. I think they've said that if a combiner is complete, they won't do it. I think you misheard me, but I might be wrong. But I'm pretty sure they said that they won't do a 5-star combiner until they are ready. But could be wrong. Right. Okay. So, I'm going to struggle against the cluster because it's all shielded. Same as Magniboss, same as anyone else. Let's see what it does around everything else. If I can not crash it. But to be fair, it normally crashes at the end of the abilities, so it's not too bad. But obviously that's a bug we've got to work out. It's not going to come out like this, guys. Don't worry. Okay, God, Neptune again. This is how I've been using him, so. Use him here. Right there. Charge forward up there. Take out that structure over there. Put him over there. Charge forward over there. Can we just get his other 4-star ability off again? 4-star ability off there. And you see there, it's done loads of damage. Right, let's get another one off. Can we get another one off? Oh, about a Titan boost to that. And we're looking at possibly a back door. No, been clearing a decent area around. Maybe it's the front, maybe it's the back. Not against this cluster. Take out that shield gem, maybe with whatever bot can take that out. Then he's got a bit more of a chance, but really good at clearing the area. You can see there, you can get 2 4-star abilities off of you. You know, clever about it and sort of avoid massive kill box areas, but really good at clearing the area because it's got such good range and it can combo everything. You can use the rush in first, maybe then the 4-star ability, and you can combo them all together. So with a lot of combiners, you've got to use X ability and Y on top. Whereas this guy's abilities all sort of interlink a bit. So honestly, I don't want to say it, but this could be the best combiner in the game, guys. Honestly, like, because of the combo to it, it does incredible damage if you combo it. And I'm super pleased with Ruination and with God Neptune to the point where I'm like, probably a must-have for Wars, I think. Super great. And then that 4% damage increase. So if you do take out the shield gem first, then use God Neptune or Ruination, you've got that 40% extra ability damage that you could use in an area to take out that cluster as well. And let's be honest, that we've destroyed most of the base. And once this cluster's gone, there's nothing much else than outpost bots and the combiner to struggle against. So super sold in this combiner. I think he's absolutely crazy good. For me, again, the only thing I think I would like, but would it be OP, is to extend that time of 40% extra damage for 10 seconds to 12, so you can get a couple more uses out of it. But I don't think we're too far wrong with 10 seconds. I don't think it's ridiculous that he's got 10 seconds and it's going to ruin him. But honestly, for me, one of the best combiners in the game. Pleased that I'm sat here saying this to you guys, but I think it's all because Jesse's listened to playtest. Because playtest's been a bit of a farce recently, but they've put a lot of faith in us for this combiner. They've listened to us. We've told them what we want. He's changed a lot of the things, and I'm super pleased with the combiner and can't wait for it to come out. When that is, not too sure yet, but cannot wait for this guy to come out. Super pleased. Alphatron, how does he fare against a 5-star Omega? Like every other combiner in the game, quite badly. I guess once you go combiner against combiner, then they all struggle a bit against each other. You've got reflectability from Omega, so obviously you got that there. But yeah, yeah, very good. Leader 1, shh, you'll get nerfed. Everyone said that about Magniboss, to be fair. Everyone said, oh, Magniboss is going to get nerfed because Wozza said he's really good. But yeah. Chris Harmon, I wouldn't waste him on defense. No, I don't think he'd be good on defense because after death, everyone does 40% ability damage extra. But you've got to time that exactly right that he dies when they're doing their abilities. So, no, I don't think he's suited for defense. I'd still stick with Skyrain or Omega or Computron, to be fair. Cool. Okay. It is that time again. And yes, she has been lurking in the background. And yes, it is my daughter Ola. So literally, I said to her, literally, let me get all the stuff out of the way that she don't really understand. Or again, I said, listen, let me get all out of the way, and then we will gladly do the crystal pulling. But yes, crystal pulls. So let's go back to my account and go to my main account. And I've not even logged into it. It's been manic. So for those that don't know, I've been working this morning. Come home, we went out for something to eat, so I had to treat the kids. Come back, took all to gymnastics. Went out, took Jessica to football. Come back, picked her up, set up the stream. Picked up from gym. Come back, start the stream. That's pretty much my Thursday. Pretty mental. Here we got a historical defense archive. Cool. So I've signed my own base a bit, so it's a bit of a new design. So let's see how it compares. Full team of 5 stars. This is pretty much the first 3-4 box, maybe not. This is very much war team material. So maybe. Let's see how it goes. Fast forward a bit because we're at the bottom section. So I've always said to people that if you can use the, use advantage of this bottom section as much as you can. Just fast forward a bit. Yeah, it's not going too well for him, I don't think. Are we going to win, drink? Is it going to win? We're going to win. Of course we're going to win. Of course we're going to win. Cool. I'm quite happy with that base. We'll have to wait and see how it does in war. But obviously that's not hard mode as well, don't forget. So that's just Prime League. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it copes in war, actually. And I'll let you guys know. Leader 1, is the new batch any good? Sorry, bud, but I've literally gone through the last hour going through the new batch. Rewind it. Have a look. Cool. Yeah, I'm not on defense. Doesn't matter. Who begins? Rico Roughnecks. Okay. Do this chat. We can buy in soon. But cool. Okay. I don't even know if the new batch is there yet. I've not even looked. You know, I've not had a chance to look. Is it there? Is it there? Let's claim that. Let's claim that. Let's go. Is it there? The new batch is there. Okay, let's just change the thing around a minute. I just need to change the camera around a second. So let's just move it over there a minute. Whoop, do that a minute, and let's just change this to make sure that we're doing that. There we go. Do you want to make an appearance? Go say hi. Okay. Get everyone in here. And then Mirage Jake is in. Let's go a bit closer. Mirage Jake. Mirage Jake is here, yeah. Not so little Mirage Jake anymore. So yeah. As we remember Mirage Jake being a young squeaky little kid on my videos. He was quite embarrassed last night watching them back. But yeah. I'll just do this a minute. Strength, just change it back a bit. There we go. Cool. So yes, new batch. So I don't think Jacob has seen much of this new batch, have you? Have you seen it? Did I show it you? Remember?
You told me about it.
Yeah, it's about it. So yeah, it's a mixed bag. It's a mixed bag. But looking at it right now, I think Sentis Magnus is the pull for me. I would love Sentis Magnus. Yeah, you know what? I don't pull for leveling bots, but I think really good for leveling. I think really good for wars as well. Zen farming. I think everything. It'd be good for everything.
Except range.
Even range. It's not got the best range yet. Granted, not got amazing range, but it's still got good range. Jason Rose says you've had a growth spurt. Well, you kind of had, haven't you? You have grown quite a lot in the last year, haven't you? Really, to be fair. But yeah. Optimus. He's actually quite good, you know.
That of cool.
Yeah, I won't be too disappointed with him.
What, are you getting going for the new batch? No.
Yeah. Yeah. Scattershot. I don't really want. I love Scattershot, for what he is in the cartoons. Like my favorite character. I've always my favorite character.
The only thing I will say
But-
it'll be good for is trying to get Conky Jump, but you can't get a 5-star combined, can you?
Not yet, but it's a good point though. It is a good point.
I might get this one.
Oh, and thank you for subscribing, Mr. Soundwave, as well. And it's quite fitting that there's a Soundwave GIF when you subscribe. So yeah, thanks, Mr. Soundwave. Roadbuster. I wouldn't mind Roadbuster. I think
is he a
he'd-
warrior?
No. Special
Oh,
bot.
It says there.
Special
It
bot.
says there.
Special bot. Special bot.
It literally
bet
says.
For-
It literally says.
Special bots.
It
I bet
literally
this
says.
Rotor Storm. I don't. Although I think Rotor Storm's one of the better ones in its batch, don't think it'd suit my team. I'm not convinced of Rotor Storm. So I don't really want Rotor Storm.
So
I don't really want Rotor Storm. I don't really want Scattershot.
So you want just 2 out of 5.
Sensus Magnus is the dream. Yeah?
Okay.
Ultimate Optimus, Roadbuster. They're the 3 that I'd
third
want.
best, second best, fifth
So,
best.
Scattershot, worst one.
Okay.
Rotor Storm, 4th worst.
Okay.
Ultimate Optimus, 3rd worst, I think. Although he's good, yeah, but he is good. But I want Roadbuster to get rid of that Liege Core. That Liege Core is pesky. So Roadbuster, 2nd choice. Sensus Magnus is the jackpot.
Okay.
Cool.
So I don't know how many to pull. I've got 5.5 pulls. I've got almost 6 pulls.
Leader 1 said the
So I'm
Warbad-
thinking 3. So one at a time. So I promised all I can do 2. Do you want me to do 1?
Sure. Not bad.
You do 2, Jacob do 1?
Yeah.
See who's the luckiest. Don't forget, if you get Sensus Magnus, £5.
£10.
Alright, £10 then.
Yeah.
One of Sensus Magnus though.
What about the other one next to it?
You mean Roadbuster, I
Then,
think.
if you
Nah.
get the worst one, you have to give him £10.
Yeah, that's a good deal, isn't it?
No, five.
No, listen.
I don't
Listen.
have £10.
If you pull Rotor Storm or Scattershot, grounded. That's a deal, innit?
How many?
How long for?
Month.
A year.
No.
Grounded
No.
for a year.
I'll run around like a maniac.
Right, okay. People want to see. So put your guesses in the chat now, guys. First pull, who are we going to
I'm
get?
still a mind reader. by the way.
Well, we'll see. We'll see. Okay.
If I can mind read stuff, I can get.
So, Arla, click on the get now there.
Oh, wait, that one.
Click on the get now. Yep. Click on confirm. Oh, I'm nervous already.
I know.
Press continue.
I understood.
Okay, close that down. Do you
No,
get,
aren't you getting
2 at once or 3? Depends if I get the first 2 pulls though. If you get 2 pulls,
Do
like
one,
amazing.
And then if you get anything, do one for now, and then just do the second one.
I'm definitely doing 2 though, I think. So I want 2 out of these at least. I want
Okay,
Sensus and
yeah.
I want Roadbuster. So if I get them 2, then I'm like, hang on a minute.
And if you don't get anything good, it's your choice if you want to go for basically.
Well, let's do Arla's first one. Let's let everyone guess first. So let's let everyone get their
'Cause when
guesses.
you
Get
get
your
the
guesses
2
in, guys.
When you get the 2, and if you get both bad ones. or
Oh, so
one
I
good
thought I
one,
thought I had to.
and then one bad one, you still
No,
got
but
a 1
I'm
in
not.
3. You still got a 1 in 3.
Even if I get
chance.
2 bad ones, I'm not pulling more than 3.
You still. Got
I
one
need
in
to save
3.
my soul. I've got what? I've got 20k shards. I want to save some though for what's coming. I don't know what's doing, but last time, what did you do to Jake? He's 2 times in size.
I'm still probably gonna grow though.
Is the what?
Still gonna grow.
Yeah, he will grow.
Someone said.
Yeah, he's almost taller than the wife.
Okay. Yeah.
Can we get past the family argument? I'm waiting for the guesses, Penny Lancaster. I'm waiting for
waiting.
everyone to get their guesses in. That's all.
This person.
Okay. Okay.
Is
I
that the
think
last
all the
one?
guesses are in. I think so. Close this down.
Oh, how do I do it?
Press close there. The X. There we go. Close that down. And then click on that down there. Yep.
This.
Yep. Click on use crystals.
You
Well,
get
And then scroll.
I don't know
I'm not
why
touching
you
it.
don't
Keep-
open it.
Scroll all the way
I don't know
over.
why you don't
Don't
open
press anything, no. Sit up here then, so you don't touch anything. Scroll.
it there.
Leader 1, Grimlock.
I can't do it.
Click on it. And then drag. No, hold it.
I am. I can do
Hold it. No,
No, go
hold.
in the middle there.
Come here. Come
Go
here.
in the
I
middle.
can't do it.
Look. Click. I'm going in the middle, sorry, yeah.
Yeah, in the
There you
middle.
go, look.
I'm not better.
There you
Listen
go.
to me.
I can't do it.
There we go.
And it's so annoying that you just
Right, okay,
don't
hang on,
open
hang on.
all these doors.
So all the guesses are in. Hang on. Let's just say to everyone. Let's make sure everyone knows.
Stop.
Oops.
You can just go. Yeah.
So I'm gone.
Stop. Drag one.
Meow.
So no more guesses.
Autobots.
No more guesses.
Go. Now.
Done. There we go. Right, all. Do you want to open it?
Wait, so
What's up?
Simon Finnock was over here. You. he's fuming with that.
oh my God.
Okay. Click
I'm
on
not
that.
gonna go bald, okay?
2, 1.
1.
Here we go. Here we go.
Please. I need a hug. I need a hug.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Oh, is it
It's
gonna be?
Robuster.
Oh, Ola.
I didn't get a huggy, that's why. I didn't get a huggy. That's why. I
I don't-
didn't get a huggy.
Well, looks like
I
it's
didn't-
my turn.
No, I get 2 trays.
Oh, but I think Jake should go now, and you go third. I think I took
Oi,
Jake a bit more than you.
First the worst.
Wait,
is-
wait, I didn't have a huggy.
First the worst.
All
second
right,
the
that's
best.
why then. Okay.
No.
Oh, screenshot that. Oh, not for good reasons though. Scatter shot. Save me some spark anyway. So let's see who's picked scatter shot. So we've
scatter
got Freesius Max, Ronald Van Hollen, Robert
There's a
Schultz.
stream delay.
Hit me up, guys, and then you will get your
There's a
code.
stream delay.
Sad. I'll try on grounded. Yeah, you're grounded for a year. That's a good point, actually. Yeah.
Me?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm about to send this kid to look training.
I think that's good.
Those kids
So, hang on.
are Sean
No,
down
so
there.
who's going next, though, Ola?
Me.
Because if you pull
I've
now
been-
and pull the
I've-
bad one, he can only pull the good one.
I've been lucky all day.
So you're going to let him go next, and you go next.
I've
You'll
been
you'll
lucky
have
all
more of a
day,
chance.
Okay, fine.
Then if you pull Sentius, though. He's got. If
I've
he
been
pulls Sentius, he's
lucky
got
all day.
£10.
Only if I can sleep on your lap.
But if he pulls Sentius, he's got £10 now, and you can't win £10.
I've been lucky all day, so I've got a pretty high
Oh,
chance.
only if I can sleep on your lap.
Okay, go on, sit on the knee then. Go on. Let's go, Jacob. Let's go.
Taller.
You know what you're doing?
Still
Remember?
not taller than me.
Do you actually remember to play this game?
Taller.
Go on.
I played in an event
In an event, guys. One event.
and I did good. I did actually get better than
Hang
it.
on, don't open it yet. Okay, guys, put your guesses for crystal number 2 in the chat. This is Mirage
10.
Jake though this time. So what do you think he's gonna get? Who do you think you're gonna get, Jacob?
That gun scatter shot is it? No.
You just got
no,
scatter
not
shot.
scatter shot.
You're not getting scatter shot. Oh, yeah, unless you get the pull the dupe.
No, that the gunner. What's his name?
Rotorstorm.
Yeah, Rotorstorm. Him.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
If you are Mirage J, you better not be pulling Rotorstorm. That's like
I know.
dead.
Wait.
I know,
So
but
it says not.
I want Sentius or Roadbuster. Jake's talking smack now. I want Sentius or Robust. I'd be happy with them too. Optimus, so.
you're gonna get in then. I bet.
If you pull Sentius, you have to switch from metric to imperial for a month.
Metric to what the?
Because American.
Metric to imperial. Don't get it, but-
Pusher, the half shell Roadbuster or whatever his name is. Let's let everyone get their things in.
I don't remember
Guesses
half
in.
the stuff now anymore, honestly.
Okay. Do you want to type in the chat? No more guesses, Jacob. So click on there. Jacob did it. Can you even spell no more guesses?
Yeah,
Jacob can't either.
I can. He said messages.
Didn't mean
No more guesses. Send it. Okay, no more
Stop,
guesses. Let's use it. Let's do it. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm doing this. Wasted all my 5-star shards on rubbish.
You've
Come
got
on.
about 20, like 15,000 left.
It's all
You can
good.
get the whole batch.
I don't want the whole batch. I don't want them all.
Exactly.
I just want them free. No, I can't get them free because I've got scatter shot, so I'm losing out on someone.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
Sentius. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Sentius.
Catch a tiger by its
If you are
coat,
the
if
true
it
Mirage
isn't, let it
Jake,
go.
you
Eeny,
post
meeny,
Sentius
miny,
here.
mo. My mum says count 2, 10, 1, 2,
If you've lost a
3,
bit of-
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's first the one next.
Let's go, Jay. Let's go. If you've lost a bit of your power, it's Roadbuster. If you pull Rotor Storm, I might as well go in for all of them now.
He will.
And 400k pence worth of
He will.
okay.
Ooh.
I don't need him anymore, and he will.
Who's that?
Roadbuster!
Who's that? Oh, Rob.
That's second choice.
Okay.
You still got a bit of Mirage Jake in you. You still got a bit of Mirage
Now it's a
Jake,
1 in 3
but-
though, so I got a better chance. You got a better
No,
chance.
all have got a
now.
better chance.
Yeah.
So, who put
Sweet.
Roadbuster? Let's have a look. Roadbuster.
No, two there.
And
Two
go.
down there. There's two down there.
No, it's
No, I'm starting from the top. That's all.
Start from the
Start from the top. Start from the top.
So, hold
So
on.
we've got MIA Philly. Well done. Eden Lee. Sorry, either way. Well done. Robust Alpha Tryon as well. Don't forget, guys, and LG Gab as well. Well done. So don't forget, guys, hit me up on Discord, Sunstreaker Wozza. You'll find me, and yeah, we'll give you a Sunstreaker Wozza stash crystal for guessing right.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, third pull. Put it in the chat. I want Sentius now.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Water Storm.
Can I do no?
I wouldn't be surprised.
If you want to, yeah. Let me do it. Okay.
Could you tell me after 4 guesses?
Put those guesses in the chat, guys. So Chris Hammond reckons Rotor Storm. Penny Lancaster reckons Sentius. Leader 1, I'm going to microwave some tea. Random. Cheers. Full fat. Sentius.
Never mind.
LG Gav. Has LG Gav got 2 right?
Dying.
No. Oh, yeah. He has. Go with LG Gav. LG Gav. Although I'm worried now because the chances of getting 3 out of 3 are very slim.
If he does, then you have to give him something extra.
I tell you what, LG Gav, if you get 3 out of 3, I'll give you 5 stash codes. That's fair, innit? If you're getting 3 out of 3. If you get 3 out of 3, I'll give you 5 stash codes. 'Cause that's some going.
+3.
Everyone's saying Sentius here, look. Saying Sentius.
Sentius for ice cream cooker. No.
Optimal and Fawn, naturally. I don't want I don't want Rotor Storm. Rotor Storm's the one I don't want. I've already pulled Scatter Shot now. I don't want Rotor Storm.
Optimal, unfortunately.
LG Gavs, get your lucky clover out. Get your 4-leaf clover out, mate.
Little, I'm Irish. We are naturally lucky. I mean,
Irish people are lucky, to be fair.
we are part.
They eat Lucky Charms.
Oh.
So
I mean, if we're part, then hopefully that we are.
Alright, let's start then, Orla. Go on to there.
This build.
Build.
Build a bot.
Autobots.
I don't
So we don't pull cons. Scroll. Click up here though. Don't click on that there. I don't want that. Yeah. Scroll. Yeah. Click on scroll.
You don't have to press the
Click.
middle, but okay.
Click scroll. There you go. And start again over here. Click and scroll
What's on rather?
while they're getting their guesses in.
I done it wrong. I can't tell.
It's slow.
You need to learn how to use the mouse. Okay. Click on that. Get now. Click on confirm. So we want this guy.
I'm fine. I'll try.
Oh, on
Okay. Click on use crystal now. Okay.
I need a
Hang on. Is that what it seals it? Hugging.
And another
Okay, go on. Yeah. Right, okay. No more guesses. Type it in the chat.
one. Wait,
N O space M. M.
I know how to spell.
Oh, come on then. People wait. Come on.
No.
R. R. Is it R?
This is agonising. Yeah.
There you go, I'm helping you.
G
No.
G
G.
U
O.
E
Sir.
S
Sir.
E
Sir.
S. Click on that.
Why don't you just press enter?
Done. There we go. Minimize that. Go back up again. Okay. So click on. Oh, I'll do it for you.
No.
You can click on it. There we go. There we go. Right. Okay. No more guesses. Let's do it. Click it. Centius, Centius, Centius. Centius, Centius, Centius.
I'm getting a 5.
Come on, Centius.
If you get it, I'm getting a 5 or 2. Share is caring.
Come on, Centius. Oh, it's not Rotorstorm though. It's not Rotorstorm. So I'm quite happy with that.
But
Optimus though. But it's not Rotorstorm. So I'm a bit. Ooh.
one more. One more.
No.
One more. One more. One more. One more. One more.
No.
One more.
Listen. You know why not? Because if I pull Rotorstorm, I've got to pull Sentius then. And then I've used all my shards.
Well, save up the next time.
No, because this batch is not going to use all my
What
shards.
if you get your Sentius?
No.
What if you get
Listen,
Sentius in the next one?
Listen to it. End of. It ain't happening.
Hold on.
End of. Let's see who gets right.
Let's say. So, here we go.
Is everyone grounded? If they carry on shouting, yeah,
hold on.
it will be.
Hold on. So, if you
Damn
got...
dirty ape.
So if you got one bad one, then one alright one, then one alright one. So you
No.
you technically get
No.
a good one next.
No.
If you got all the mid
No.
ones,
Yes.
you're
Not
getting a
happening.
good
Yes.
one next.
So let's see who
I'm
guessed.
telling you, I can read the mind.
Who guessed Optimal?
You're blurred out.
Sorry, LJ Gav, you didn't get 3 out of 3, so you get 2.
Ouch.
Ben Gates got it right. Cyber Inferno got it
Should
right.
have went with that. Optimal.
MIA Philly got 2 out of 3 as well, I think. Yeah, so yeah. Cool. And I think that is everyone. Cool. So well done, everyone who won. I don't know what to think about that. Looking at the polls, let's have a look at them. Scatter shot, meh. Robuster's good. I'll use Robuster, I think. Optimus with the fire could be good.
It looks like a knock version of Optimus Prime.
Someone said one more.
Everyone's saying one more. It ain't happening though. I'm not wasting my
Brian
shots.
Push
My
up, 2
account.
more.
Have you heard of the phrase where people talk about like my body, my choice? My account, my choice.
No.
When you've got
When you're-
5-star polls, come back
We're
to me.
your child.
Yeah, exactly. So
We're
just
your
told.
child.
You're a child. I'm not a child.
No, I think we're done with that batch now. I
Next
don't think
batch.
I'll ever go back to
Go
it.
for a
sadly.
different batch. Go for a different batch.
When I've got more crystals, yeah, I've only got 11,000 shards, so I'm saving up again for the next batch, and we will see. We will go from there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Go
I'm not
for
going for top spin because 1 and 2 of that.
Yeah, go for top.
I ain't going for slingshot or ironhide 2 out of 3. I don't want blur.
What about the next one?
So no, I've already done that. I don't want Skylings. That's dumb. That's dead. That batch. That's dead. I don't really want impact and sweep. That batch is dead.
Sweet spin. I thought-
That batch is dead. Well, pass pretty good at the minute, but no. I only want Jazz
Okay, go for it.
Stringer from that
Go
one.
for it.
Dead. I want Optimus Prime.
Go
1
for
and
it.
3. Dead. And that definitely ain't happening. So we're saving our shards for the next batch to see what comes up. Once I've got 5 pulls, then I might pull from an older batch. But I need to level these guys first.
The odds.
Exactly, Alpha Tron. Gotta play the odds. I always say that, guys. Pull 2 or 3, then you can play the odds from it. So yeah.
Play it.
Christopher Armin, what are you saving shards
The
for?
odds.
I don't know yet. But they said something's coming.
To get both of the people.
No, they've said the apes have said something's coming.
Waste your shards.
The 5-star
Waste your
shards.
shards. Someone's saying waste your shards. Waste your shards.
Waste your shards. Waste your shards. I'm not wasting them on that pull.
Everyone.
I'm not convinced.
Everyone.
I want to know what's
wants you
happening
to do it.
first.
Everyone. wants you
11
to do
goes
it.
into 5 twice. Therefore, you have a guaranteed 70th.
I know, but
See what I mean? See?
11 goes into 5 twice. What the hell is that about?
5 plus 5 is 10.
Right.
Right? And you've got 11,000, 10,000. You can get 2. If you don't get him, it's guaranteed.
I know, but I don't want to put. I don't want to get 1,000 shards left. I want to keep some in the count in case I need them. Shut up. Shut up.
No.
Shut up.
No.
There's a reason they don't let children gamble in Vegas. Exactly. This is why. They don't want to stop there. What about Holland? 5-star shards convert to character shards. And we don't want to come with character shards. It does say that some other things might be coming with character shards. And I don't want to leave my account behind pulling incentives. So.
One more pound.
50-50 shot. See what I mean?
Yeah, no, but it's not 50-50 shot. You understand that? It's not anymore. It's 100% shot.
Look, Tony. 50-50 shot at centres and you're not taking it.
Yeah, but it's 50-50 loss as well.
It's
50-50 win.
50-50 win.
50-50 loss.
50-50 loss.
For
And
every pull, you
No,
get
100% win.
180
100%
back.
you got my shards.
While they just go.
Exactly.
It says for every pull,
You get 180 back. Yeah, we do, yeah. But that's still not enough for another pull, though. So, no. Saving them. I'm saving them. I'm going to play them shards on. I'm going to do that before I forget.
And then you get it. If you get 12,000, you get to open it. Oh, okay. No one.
What?
Do you know what's the killer, though? You know what's really going to annoy you? So I've only got 12,000. But I've literally got 7, like, a lot of shards there.
I like the pink one.
A lot of shards there.
Why don't you just convert them back?
Because I'm saving them.
Why don't you I wish you could convert them.
That one's the
Why
one
don't
that
you
I put.
convert them all to 5 stars?
I can convert every one of them into 185-star shards.
Do it!
No.
You get 1,180.
I think, when I counted it up, I think there's about 5,000 shards there. 4,000 shards.
I would do it.
No.
I would well
I'm
do that.
saving them because I don't know what's going on. I want to know what's happening with these character shards first.
Because then if you don't...
Something's
even
going
if
with
you
character
do-
shards.
You have so
Right, if there's
many
not-
shards.
Mom, if you're not, do all of them.
Go get the best box in the batch.
No.
Yes.
Where does that say?
Was
it is a hoarder?
There.
Yes, I am a hoarder. Penny Lancaster knows me too well. I
Tell
am
me,
a hoarder.
Tell me.
Saving for retirement. Don't be a
Go
chicken.
get the best spot in the batch.
No. I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. This is how you stay ahead of the curve, guys. If you watch my channel,
Don't be soft.
you know
What?
to stay ahead of the curve, you
What
have to
is
hoard. You have to hoard
like that?
certain
What are you
things. And I'm saving.
What is
Yeah, nose cone dupe will be useful. You know what, though, Cyber Inferno? When a 5-star nose cone comes out and they buff it to being the best spot in the game, you'll regret that, brother. You'll regret that one.
Don't be soft, so go ahead. Go on for more. And if
But
But now you're behind. I'm not behind. I'm not
What does
behind.
that one say?
I've got
What
one
does
buff
that
that.
I
I ain't behind.
The percentage equals.
But
This is
now
peer
you're
pressure.
behind. But now you're behind. I would say 120k in.
Is ahead of the curve.
Look at all this peer pressure.
Everyone's saying you want to do one more.
Yeah, no, I do. Yeah, you know what? 'Cause it's not their account.
But I want to do it.
You go and pull one more. You go and pull one
I can
more.
almost.
Right, shut up then. You go and pull one more.
Play the
You haven't
game.
even got an account. Shut up.
I'm supposed to pull then. 2-star nose cone is the best.
Yeah, they buff nose count just like they buff hound. Well, you never know. Cool. Know when to hold them. Know when to fold them.
No.
Famous song, Jacob.
Stop.
You need to, I like Alpha Tryon today. I like Alpha Tryon. He's got good sense.
Look.
Oh, and thanks for subscribing, Nick Foster. Big shout out to you. Thanks for subscribing, buddy.
Now you subscribe. Now you should put peer pressure on you to do it.
Yeah.
It's like crying time. I'm in your school. Just spend some of that money. You got stash, Wozza. You buy some character bundle, you get plenty of shards. Rob Newman, so glad my two are asleep by now. They're going to bed in a minute. No one got a tenner as well. I just saved myself a tenner as well. Why would I pull one and waste a tenner as well? I'll save myself £10. Pudding. Been a great pull this.
Give me 10. Give me 10.
Yeah, look. It's only B.
Everyone
I
now
did
needs
pull on
to
mine. I have
understand.
no shards left. But then, you know, obviously for unsub. Yeah, but you know what? That's what happened. Something cool will come out with 5-star shards, and you won't have them. But you know what? If something doesn't, I can still go back and pull Sentius. So I'm playing the odds.
Sing it.
Can I go to the toilet?
You gotta know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. Right, that is it, guys. So thank you to Orla for pulling my crystals and pulling Scattershot. Thank you to Mirage Jake for joining in. Thank you to you guys. Don't forget to hit a like before you leave, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to never miss another stream. We're back next week for our Platinum member giveaway. Obviously, we've got members videos. You want to go and check them out, become a member. We've got loads of videos coming up. Some videos with text coming up as well. Some more of those. So, thank you for joining in, guys. Tune in next week where we'll be doing some more Transformers Earth Wars gameplay and news and whatever else.
Congrats, get leveling.
Cheers, bud. Alright, thanks for watching, guys, and peace out, guys.
Bye.